are listening to Lucha Afterground.
Hey everybody, welcome to Lucha Afterground, the world's highest quality Lucha Underground after show. My name is Max.
My name is Travis.
Big Kev.
How are we? I feel like the energy is weird today, guys.
Yeah.
Kevin has to go and he's going to fight somebody later this evening.
Yeah.
So I feel like the elephant in the room for me. I just want to say, this is the last time I'm going to say it, but I don't think you should do it. This is a trained fighter going in there. You're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Well, how are you really expected?
Do you think that the only badass motherfuckers in the world are people with training? Is that the impression you're under? I'm not trained.
I just value
but
education.
I still own weapons. I still grew up in a dumpster community where we would fight each other every day. Actually, it was pretty nice. We had some nice boulevards.
Boulevards.
Lived by the ocean.
For me, it is a happy memory.
Absolutely. Trav wasn't able to eat before.
Yeah. I'm a little cranky.
Furious at my home life, and Max is just
I'm actually doing good.
he's a recovering alcoholic who's back.
I don't know if I'm recovering.
Back in the podcast groove.
Back in the podcast groove.
Oh, right on. So, Trav, you took. I'm hoping you took detailed notes. I didn't take any notes.
I
Cool.
did.
All right.
Season 3, episode 11 of Lucha Underground.
What are everybody's just impressions of this episode, just overall?
A lot of backstage stuff this week.
I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I didn't see a great match, but they were all good matches.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a happy memory, but
For me, it is a happy memory.
It seems really quiet today.
yeah.
Why so quiet, little Dario? Why are you so quiet? Dario Cueto. Are you just thinking about how you were in that Doritos commercial? How you used to be on Punked? He was on the show Punked. He punked Jonathan Cena.
Wow, that's so. That's such a weird connection.
Yeah.
It's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it.
What?
Very common. Did you steal that from somebody?
Oh, that's older than fucking.
I thought so.
That's older than fucking.
Older than foot.
It's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I liked all the eps. I liked the episode. I liked the matches. I liked all the backstage stuff. Overall, yeah, my impression was good. I like this episode a lot. Not a lot happened, but
Things moved along.
yeah. So, Trav, you're the man with the notebook.
Starts with the
Why don't we
recap, as always, concentrating on Joey Ryan and Reyes and the lovely Captain Vasquez. I see a bit of Mac and Sexy Star, Dario and Pentagon Jr., and then finally Matanza breaking Pentagon's back.
What do you guys feel about Joey Ryan's acting?
I don't think he's very good.
Well, here's the thing about that. Like, I thought because Joey Ryan and Reyes are both wrestlers.
Yeah.
I assume that police chief is an actor.
Yeah.
And I thought she was the worst in that
Of the
fucking
three?
scene.
Yeah, they all stink.
They all stink.
I thought Reyes was okay.
Oh yeah,
Or
to be
not-
fair,
He was a
yeah.
little better.
Yeah,
this time.
yeah, he had a few
But-
few good mugs, like facial expressions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When I have written down for that segment, I have in quotation marks witty banter because
Yeah.
it was just so ugh.
Yeah, and Reyes, you're right when you say like he kind of mugs a little bit too
Yeah.
much. Where it's like, this isn't a silent film, right? Like you don't have to sell it that much with your
Yeah.
pop eyes. Ah.
Do you think like it wouldn't hurt anything to maybe give them like some acting like lessons?
It's too late for that though. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't be giving these guys acting lessons as it's like. Are you
Just
going to have like a
coaching.
coach off?
They should have.
screen?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
should
have a coach.
somebody.
I think it's worthwhile.
Take a couple more takes, but maybe we're getting the best of what they have.
Maybe they do. Yeah, we should check the credits. Maybe they do have acting coaches.
Oh my god. Yeah.
They work for me!
It's
the
all
acting
Dario.
coaches.
That's what we need. We need Dario to coach them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not a cafe!
That's right.
Just want to squash that bug.
So
I gotta get that.
The first segment we see, and right away I am on the edge of my seat because Vampiro, what is he holding in his hand? I'm like, oh, and like he's just gonna say it in his head, like, oh, my sweet atropine, I need you. But
He
no,
doesn't say it.
we go through the whole thing, nothing. Dario enters, calls him Ian Hodgkinson Jr., says something. Part of you wants to do something stupid, like bash my brains in. So a bit of a threat, and they get face to face.
Vampiro says, "The whole part of me."
Yeah, that's right. Dario puts Vampiro over, kind of pumps his tires, tells him not to make the same mistake that Pentagon did. We see a little bit of Torment there. Then we go to that segment back in Vasquez's office.
Well, before that, are you guys surprised? There was that moment at the end when Vampiro was looking at the pills, and he took them.
I thought he was going to dump them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. But so he's trying to do right by himself.
Yeah.
He's taking his health seriously.
Thinking about his family back in Thunder Bay.
That's right. All his Krav Maga students.
Ugh. I wonder if he actually teaches Krav Maga, if he actually, this guy is just the greatest fabricator in a business filled with fabricators.
Do you think that
Better than Hogan? Better Hogan.
Him and Hogan. It would be funny. Oh my God, it'd be great to compare some of Vampiro's lies to Hogan's.
Yeah.
Like Vampiro's lies is that a group of masked men with machine guns showed up at his house. He jumped out the window, broke his ankles, and still ran away or whatever the fuck. Hogan's lies are I traveled to Japan and crossed the time zone so many times in 1 year that I lived 400 days 1 year.
That's pretty neat.
He also said that here's a reference that a friend of mine and I use when we're talking about somebody lying, and it's a Hogan reference. It's because he said that Andre the Giant would shit in tubs in Japan, which is true.
What?
Well, he wouldn't fit in the toilets. He's
yeah.
a giant.
Yeah, okay.
And so there was also stories that I've heard, where Andre would get 2 rooms in Japan, hotel rooms. One room would be his bathroom. He would lay out toilet or newspaper on the ground and shit on that, and then he would stay in another room. But Hogan told a story about Andre shitting in a bathtub and filling the bathtub with shit to the taps, which is physically impossible.
How long had they been in this hotel?
No, it never happened. They could have been there 2 years.
Could you imagine being the chambermaid?
So the reference we use is if someone is not very truthful consistently, we say he's to the taps.
Nice.
He's full of shit to the taps.
Nice.
Gracias.
Okay, another question about Vampiro.
Uh-huh.
Do his Krav Maga students call him...
Do I know what Krav Maga
It's
is?
Israeli self-defense.
Israeli self-defense. Could there be any self-defense that's less cool than that?
I don't know. I bet you they think it's pretty cool.
Tybo.
Tybo.
Billy Blank says Tybo.
That's pretty good.
Vamp is a Tybo instructor, actually.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that he hasn't been to Thunder Bay in fucking 15 years. He's just, I don't like him. He's just such a creepy, awful person.
Oh, man.
I keep going back to it. I think I mentioned it once before this season already, but the shoot interview where he said that there are demons from a fucking morgue following him around because once you start those voodoo seances, if somebody said that to you on the bus, you wouldn't go, "That I respect that guy." But Vampiro, because he also
ringing the bell. I want to
wrestles, because he's also had a wrestling career. People go, "Yeah, no, he's a cool guy." No, he's a fucking loon.
But he's also instrumental in really getting Lucha Underground together, right?
Is he?
Yeah. You see his name in the Ian Hodgkinson Jr. is in the producer credits and stuff. So he does bring something to the table. I don't think we should tear the guy apart entirely.
I'd be really curious to see what he brought to the table then because I'm not giving this fucking nut bar any credit.
I'll tell you what he brings to the table. Quotes like this.
Dude, that is straight up whacked. You know it, and I know it, but hey, it is what it is.
All right, I take it all back.
And as I said, there are some times when I can't. Way back earlier, it said I sometimes wish there's anybody other than Stryker and Vampiro, and times I can't imagine it being anybody but them. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Me too. I think Vampiro at times is so bad he's good.
Yeah.
But other times it's just bad. It's just bad. Anyways, let's push on.
Then it goes to that segment in the back in Vasquez's office talking about Dario. It's they brought his brother out, no problem. Didn't have to hunt him down. And then she tells them that Ryan is going to go in the trios tournament with Cisco and Rios, ordered by Vasquez to win the titles. So I thought that was funny that she put up a picture of Dario Cueto, and it looks like he's at some sort of charity
black tie
event or
event.
something.
Yeah, totally. It's like he's out there.
But it's why now? If they've been after this guy for so long, it's just so weird.
Why didn't you just nab him at the Fire and Ice Ball when you had a chance?
Nice. And I wonder what he does get up to outside of the temple. Because I remember seeing that picture, and I remember feeling like it was implying that he was at political fundraisers.
Where does he live? Cueto doesn't live at the temple, does he? Does he have a residence?
He must.
Yeah, he's always well dressed.
bet
He
it
must be
smells
cleaning.
great.
Yeah, he smells great, right? He can't
Like
be
vanilla.
Can't be bathing in
It
those.
is a happy memory.
Can't be bathing in the puddles back where his in the alley where his brother used to be locked up. Good. So we enter the temple. A band all wearing luchador masks. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
It's time, you guys, for the man in the wedge. Did you notice
Oh,
I didn't
man in the
notice
wedge.
Man in the wedge.
Today he looked like a Horatio Sands, but about 10% more Latino.
Okay.
And
Is
you do
Horatio
see
Sands
him
not
later.
100% Latino?
But this guy, I don't know what Horatio Sands' background
Ethnicity?
is.
Sure.
Ethnicity. But this guy looked a little more Latino than Horatio Sands.
What does that mean, more Latino? I'm going to blog about
Yeah,
this
I
for
think so.
Salon.
But you do see-
I know exactly what you mean.
If you guys, for those of you listening who didn't see him, he does show up again later. You see him at the top of the stairs. So I was like, hey, this guy's
He gets to move around.
Man
he
in
might-
the wedge. Gotta
Man
get
in-
that wedge. Man in the wedge. We also had a surprise appearance by comedian Ron Funches in the crowd.
That's
Was he
right.
there?
During the Max match, they said the Lucha Ron Funches, who's actually in the crowd tonight. Then
Yeah.
they cut to Ron Funches in the crowd.
Nice. Yeah, he's a big
Big time.
wrestling fan. Should we get into this first match?
Do it.
Evil East versus Cobra Moon. I'm going to say right now, Cobra Moon's best match.
Without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without a
and
doubt.
that's all
Isn't this her
because
second?
Evil East is now this is their third
Third.
match. Evil East is just super comfortable in the ring, super comfortable in her character.
Super comfortable in them pants.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
right?
there they are again.
I know you are right.
Tremendous.
For me, it is a happy
For
memory.
all of us, it's a happy memory. Starts with some mat work into some early near falls. At this point, I thought I'd really like to see Evil East go over here. So happily she did. There was a rope choke that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
The one in the corner?
Yeah. Cobra Moon is just too clunky to be as snake-like as she would hope. Like she kind of tries to finish her kind of moves with kind of a slither, but it's after it's kind of clunk, clunk, clunk to get to it. You know what I mean?
But seriously, though, seriously,
yes, yeah.
Without a doubt. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to view this match
Yeah.
for many reasons.
Yeah.
for the listener at home, this is the first time I've seen Trav's notes that he takes. And Simpsons fans will recognize his writing from when Homer wrote to Marge about
You got a bucket just open.
$5. Get out of here.
yeah.
It's impressive that he can read it.
I've been thinking about Cobra Moon after when I was watching that match, as I often do. The here's the thing about Cobra Moon. All of her moves are like submission moves, like like a snake would like squeeze its prey to death.
Right.
Except a cobra doesn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
A boa constrictor does that.
Yeah.
A constrictor does
Like
that. A
Cobra
cobra.
or a Constrictor Moon doesn't sound as good.
No, it's true. It's true. But like Cobra, she could do. This is what I'm going to propose. Okay,
To Cobra Moon.
To Cobra Moon.
It's constantly spitting in people's
Oh,
eyes.
yeah, she needs the mist.
Yeah.
she needs the mist, and she could also do just like a knife, kind of like a knife jab,
Yeah, like,
right to the throat.
Santino with the
Yeah.
Cobra.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, but he was more like a Sanko thing, right? Wasn't
No,
he?
he called it the Cobra.
Called it the Cobra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm just saying.
I feel
Green
like she
mist.
has creative ideas, but she just needs to fine tune her execution. Like that tarantula took forever to get locked in.
Yeah.
A tarantella.
But then, is that an Ibsen reference?
It's from
Doll's House. It's a dance. It's a well-known...
Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's from. A tarantella.
I thought you were referencing Swedish
Yeah, that's
plays.
me.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah. IKEA.
We get a really nice Russian leg sweep from Evil East to slow the momentum. Good chop fest into one kick and a strong suplex from Evil East. And I like this.
Did you give it stars?
No, I didn't quite. There was some slow martial arty. Remember he said, "Ooh, it's martial arty," even though it didn't really look martial arty.
There was times when it if it wasn't for all the cuts, I think that there were sequences that were pretty slow.
Yeah. Like that finish was really nice, but it took a minute to get there.
Yeah.
And that's why I wish I could get given it 3 stars because Evil East did really well. But
We don't give stars on this.
I don't know
podcast,
what you're
Travis.
talking about with stars. What?
I wish I could have given it snowflakes.
Thank
but,
you.
But this is easily,
do your job.
thanks, guys. Is easily Cobra Moon's best match. It says a lot for Evil East's work, who I think is the best woman on the roster. I'm going to say right
Evil East? Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
It was even close.
Sexy star, I guess.
Never done it for the band, man.
now. Taya. Taya would probably be second.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot
Taya's
about
actually,
Taya.
She's great.
Yeah, good call.
Good match. Couldn't quite give it the 3 snowflakes. Next segment. First backstage is who is Killshot.
Oh my god.
This was so cool.
Yeah, it was
He
the best.
is my favorite Call of Duty character. That was such a fucking great way to establish who he really is. Because we've wondered that.
Yeah.
He's just a dude with a mask from Tacoma and a uterus tattooed on his upper back.
That he fights to forget about. Or he fights to forget about this. I guess it's probably not the uterus tattoo.
I loved it. It was the best. It's probably my favorite character vignette, biographical vignette they've ever done. And it was close to Cobra Moon. And Cobra Moon is probably number 2. But definitely just anybody... It's just, this is one of the things I would point to if somebody's like, what makes Lucha Underground different from all these other wrestling promotions? I'd be like, look at this, look at the way they're introducing this character. Look at the depth and everything here. He kills 8 Al Qaeda members in this thing.
I think they left it kind of open to interpretation.
Yeah, they could have been ISIS.
They could have been ISIS. Yeah.
It was in the desert. They were Middle Eastern. Although you didn't see any faces. I love that. I just love that.
Oh, there were a few faces.
I fight to forget. I really like that.
Okay. I'm like, what is this?
Okay.
The look on Max's face. You could bottle that. You could sell it.
This guy Steve Strickland, he worked in that crazy WrestleCon match, which just sounds like the nuttiest fucking thing.
Is it Shane?
Yes.
Shane
What
Strickland,
did I say?
Steve.
Sorry.
Son of a fucking piece of shit.
This match is getting
Seeing that and hearing what Joey Ryan, Kelly is just getting into Joey Ryan now. And what I'm really starting to get sick, and you're starting to hear about how people are really kind of getting sick of his shtick.
Where it's just it was fucking hilarious that you did that. You hip tossed a guy with your cock.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Why is every match about your cock now?
Because it went viral.
Yeah, it is for
and I
sure.
think people expect it.
Yeah, definitely. If you book him and you're marketing him for your indie show, that people are showing up and that's what they want to see. DDT, Dramatic Dream Team Wrestling, just did their WrestleMania, their big show of the year on March 21st. March 21st, just a couple weeks ago, and Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae were in that, and there was no dick tossing or anything like that.
That's nice.
He was just kind of it was just a good tag team match. The whole story of the match was all around Candice and this other Japanese wrestler. It was excellent. So
that's good.
I can totally see how, if you're following up on what he's doing, if he's doing all these indie shows one after another,
then you're seeing that.
You're seeing it all the time, especially if. I mean, he's got to be getting really sick of it too, you know. So if he comes out and he's just grab my cock, it's let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
You know? Let's cut some.
I've said that a number of times.
Grab my cock.
That's your bit that you do every.
That's my gimmick.
Every show. I thought he said, "I like the balls."
Oh.
I like the balls.
And then we get into the next segment, which my beautiful dream.
Kevin is losing his mind.
Our beautiful what I had foreseen, and which I kind of saw hints at Aztec Warfare, but Famous B talking to Masquerita.
I popped for that for sure.
I was like, this is happening.
Oh, for sure. Where is it going to go though?
I don't know.
They'll be a part of the trios tournament.
Oh, has to be.
They'll
right?
get somebody else.
Yeah, let's go Masquerita, Bengala,
and Famous B. I mean, the guy can wrestle.
if he wrestles, or bringing back Scarlett Pimpernel.
Pimpernella,
yeah. And then this was a nice kind of transition into they just had their quick little exchange there. You see Masquerita look at the card.
Yeah.
I love it. 51 years young. Famous B then walks past the Mac and says, "Hey, sexy."
and she's like, "Hello."
Hi. Hi, I'm just doing some shrugs.
And we learned that
was weird.
Mac has had to be teamed with Moth and Mariposa, and he needs Sexy Star's help.
I was
Want
that
you
made
out there
me,
for some more support. Come on, girl. Yeah. I got to be out there with that bud.
His, in a way that we're seeing Joey Ryan and Reyes, their performances are getting more grating in these behind the scene vignettes. His bad acting is kind of growing.
It's getting more endearing.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it
like,
is. We're used to it.
When he turned around and walked away, he couldn't even walk away convincingly. I'm like, I feel for him.
Yeah. I was when he revealed that he had been paired up with Mariposa and Marty. I was like, oh, is this just going to be another unlikely trios type situation again? So I'm glad that they kind of put an end to that right away. But I thought it was great. It's another one of those things. It's just man, Yeah, another type of situation that seems to be so Lucha Underground, like having these three guys tagged together that aren't going to work well. That is becoming this Lucha Underground trope that that I like.
Yep.
Borat.
Dude, that is straight up what?
I'm doing that to myself because that was terrible. I'll probably cut it out at the final.
Oh, you fucking dare.
So we get next into
Trios match?
Then the trios match. I do want to mention, apparently Melissa is being sought after by the WWE
To do what?
to be a
Ring announcer?
Ring announcer, yeah.
Oh.
So what they're gonna? That means.
And I heard that
somebody's
I
gonna
heard
lose their job.
at that same WrestleCon show, she got a huge ovation, as did every all the Lucha competitors, which is really, really cool. This will be the bit from my Melissa corner.
A guy Snapchatted her his dick.
Yeah.
And then she replayed it, and the guy tweeted to her, was like, "Why'd you replay the snap of my dick?" She's like, "So me and my boyfriend could laugh at how small it was."
Boom!
She's got a boyfriend.
He said that the guy also
bud.
tried to play it off like, "Oh, sorry, I accidentally sent you a pic of my dick." I was like, "Go kill yourself."
classy fella. But no, did you notice the way she's saying Matanza's name now?
No.
It's almost this kind of like, phew, this guy, we are stuck with this monster. Like, we can't, like, she's as much of the storytelling as Striker and Ventura.
I'm with you, Travis.
Give me JoJo or give me death.
JoJo. It's terrible.
She's not terrible.
She is. She's not
How
good.
is she bad?
She's lifeless. She has no expression.
Personality at all.
Yeah, she's the fucking ring announcer, guys. They're not supposed to be characters. They're supposed to look nice in their clothing, whether it's male or female, and just say the names.
But then you get somebody who goes above and beyond, and that's what Melissa Sanchez does. She does, man. This is not an unshared opinion.
I have to agree.
I'm saying it doesn't. Who cares if the ring announcer? Oh, she said that one guy's name with a bit of anger
because it shows a commitment to the craft, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, as
And
layers.
It's not an evolution of the game that we were all waiting for.
No, it's true, but I'm glad it's there.
Me too. Anyways, next match, the Crew and Joey versus Moth, Mariposa, and the Mac. And this is when we see Horatio next to the top of the stairs. Up at the top, Horatio
Man
says,
in the wedge.
Man in the wedge. Gotta get that wedge.
Mac makes good facials early, right away on the way in. There's a Joey chant to start, followed by a Mac chant start. And then I think I heard a Tube Socks chant. No, there was a small Cisco chant. There was a small Cisco chant.
Yeah. They were getting Cisco. They even mentioned on commentary that Cisco was pulling out these moves that we'd never seen him do before.
Yeah.
I think like they have officially said, okay, you guys are start working babyface, start doing a little more of this and that.
I started caring about him for the first time
Without a doubt.
ever. You saw a nice respect between Cisco and the Mac to show that Mac's still the babyface. Even though he's working with the heels.
I think I sing it again.
But Mac had that great kind of head spring up. It was more than a usual kind of kip up. It was really different.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Into the standing moonsault.
Yeah.
Love the Mac pulling off those standing moonsaults. It's so great.
Vant laughed at the face thing that was going on there. I have written. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's coined. Who did they say? Joey Ryan has been coined the creepy bastard by the Believers.
No, that was Marty the Moth.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Because he gets so close to
Melissa.
Melissa has a terrible look on his face.
Yeah. And when he was doing that, she should have just been completely out of it and not acknowledging him and just doing her job. But sadly, she was acknowledging him. The Crew try hard. They just don't have the charisma or it factor, I think. I think that's what's holding them back. Marty and Matt get a near fall.
Did the Crew come out with a kendo stick? Usually they do. But I don't remember them coming out with this time.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so they left it behind. Interesting.
I felt that Cisco did most of the work in this match.
Yeah.
Worked
I
more
think I
than
sing it
anybody.
again.
He hit that RKO into a hot tag to Cortez.
That's something that I've noticed in every company that isn't WWE right now. Is there's a lot of fucking variations of the RKO or the Diamond Cutter. Like everybody's hitting them, and I'm like, that's.
I see it more on this and Lucha Underground than anywhere. Yeah, we see it like every other match. We'll see it.
Phoenix does it a lot.
It's weird.
Yeah. Phoenix does it, and then Mac does a stunner.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels the same. Who else is doing them?
It seems to be
I think
like
Puma's done to hit a couple cutters.
Yeah, like it seems almost like a transition now, like where like the super kick used to be a finish. Now everybody's fucking throwing super kicks.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with because hey, whatever. But yeah, it just seems like the RKO seems like a finish, and then you're just hitting it in the middle of a match. And there was one a couple weeks ago. The guy like dove in and someone caught him with a cutter, and then that was like 2 minutes into the match, and the guy was back up on his feet. They're both going, and it's like that shouldn't just be the same as like a fucking snapmare.
Yeah, gotcha. It's it devalues the move.
Yeah.
I feel that. I know where you're coming from.
So I felt that Stryker and Vampire were really trying to up the pace of this match because it felt kind of slow. And they're trying to make it seem faster than it really was with the blind tags and stuff. But then when Mac finally came in, he really did pick up the pace. I wanted him so badly to win off of that leg drop. I love that he hits the funniest moves, the ones that do belong to, like famously belong to other wrestlers. He's the real MVP. He's the real MVP.
Because we can't have the other one.
That's right. Mariposa halted his momentum. He kicks her, flips to the outside, and we see huge facials from him. Blind tag. There's really good storytelling device in this one. The blind tag showed up a lot in this match. Turned into another chop fest. Stunner on Moth. And then he leaves, so they hit their team finisher from the crew, and then Joey Ryan pins and kind of hogs the glory afterwards. I thought that was a nice touch. Post-match beatdown. Then here comes Sexy Star. And I felt hope for her for the first time this season. Like you started to care a bit more about her.
Yeah, me too. For sure. You got to feel like this is that whole. I'm hoping it's gonna come to an end though. That whole storyline. Maybe one more match just to kind of like between Sexy Star and Mariposa, and then it's over. Or maybe like a tag between.
Needs a blow off. It needs a blow off.
Yeah.
It's got later.
It's got to come to an end.
I agree. It's because it's been since the end of last season, technically, right?
Yeah.
So. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Great rage. Yeah, it's great to see rage from her. Her character needed that. And Mac shouted something. I couldn't really make it out. Could you guys hear?
No.
But it's better. Like him shouting is better line reads than his like behind the scenes. So maybe he should just start shouting all his lines.
I'm shouting something. Let's squash that bird. Then we don't have to sleep with our heads in the mud.
That's how you do.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus
That's
Christ!
how you do your job.
Delete this. Delete yourself.
I'm not a cuffin.
All right, we're back on track.
And then we cut back to the rooftop.
This is the best moment of the whole episode.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I was going to ask you what you thought of this.
I'll be honest. I don't like Puma talking.
Me neither. That's what I thought you'd be upset about.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think he's meant to. It becomes. I'm just glad it turns out that Ricochet doesn't have some weird squeaky, weird lisp or voice or something like
Bobcat
this.
Goldway.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I was like, maybe the reason why they're not having him talk is because like he's got some terrible voice.
He's the lead singer of the B-52s. Let's get these guys.
Well, we're going to the temple and we're gonna brawl, and I'm gonna try and win this match for y'all at the temple, the little old place where we can do some lucha.
My arms busted.
All right, I'm going home.
Yeah, that was great.
I saw an opening and I went for it. But I was really psyched to see that these three are teaming together.
Sorry,
These are
guys, that was great.
Yeah.
That was really great. I'm really glad we got that on tape.
I hope we're recording.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Were you guys not psyched to see this as I think this is your trios champ.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Man, could you imagine a scenario where it's the Team Evil East versus those guys for the championship? Who do you root for? Who do you root for?
I think I gotta go with. I want to see some gold on all three of those guys. I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, Matanza Dragon Azteca Jr. needs something to boost his rep.
Same with Ray.
Yeah, I think he's all right.
I find that he needs a push.
Yeah, but overall, honestly, I don't like Puma talking.
Me neither.
I wanted him to stay silent. I really liked that aspect of his character. It made him a little more unique.
Yeah, I would have been a bit okay. I would have been okay with it if it was just that me and we didn't hear. But then he said something else afterwards.
Yeah, and he's like, "Let's do it."
If we left it with that just me, it still kind of would have been. Oh, we heard him talk, but it would have just been one word.
But it was cool to see all of them. Were they all wearing hoodies? They all had like a special character hoodie.
Oh,
That's cool. I love Puma's hoodie, man. I think that's the debut of his hoodie in season 2.
I think you're right. Mm-hmm. So this takes us to the main event. Phoenix versus Matanza. Striker sets it up well, but from the start I saw no chance for Phoenix just because they built up Matanza as such a monster. I like how Phoenix really got himself hyped up at the beginning, kind of slapping himself around. And this is at the point where I realized that all Matanza matches from this point on, unless we get somebody else who matches him in like monstrousness, whatever you want to call it, is how do you stop this squash? Because that's all it is, right?
Yeah.
And the believers at this point, I believe, are quiet tonight. They got really quiet for this match. And here's my question: who will be the first to knock Matanza off of his feet? Hasn't happened.
Muertes.
Oh, Muertes now, yeah. For
You don't
sure.
think?
Didn't he throw him out of the ring?
Yeah. Clocked him.
But he
didn't fall over.
He stayed standing up.
Oh, okay.
And that was good that he came in. I thought that was awesome when Matanza caught the tope out of the ring.
Yeah. That was really
crazy.
impressive because Phoenix really he went for it. He committed to
The
it.
tilted German suplex where he
Yeah.
had him down like
Yeah.
in almost like a T and then went back over.
The guy is absurd.
One of his 5 finishers, right? Then did you notice again? Katrina hit stop. Shout when she came in and shouted stop. Like Matanza stopped and looked at her. So I really do believe that she's their mother. Like he recognized her. I think. Okay, maybe not.
Because when Dario, no,
Yeah, I think he would.
he would recognize because they have that conversation last week.
About how they killed
Maybe
the
they
mom.
just. Then I think maybe.
So then is Dario 145 years old?
He would have
too?
to be.
No, he's aging. She's just been like maybe when this thing happened, that's how old she was. When this thing happened with the when he beat her until then grew a new loved violence. That's when maybe she
Well,
froze at that time.
Katrina doesn't look like she's carried sons, so if she has, good for her.
That's right.
I mean, technically though, she's had 140 years to get back into shape, so whatever.
But yeah, so it was good. It was good to see Muertes and him face to face because we're getting close to seeing equals.
Yeah.
But
Something's gonna happen. Maybe in the same way that Muertes, if you kind of take out Katrina and take out the rock, whatever is going on with that rock, you can kind of get to Muertes and the Disciples of Death a little bit easier. Maybe there's something going on with Matanza. Maybe you get to Dario. Maybe you get to that key. Something like that. Maybe that bull has something to do with it. Maybe there's some weakness going on with some of these other places.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of like glowing red spot in a Super Nintendo final boss that you just have to wrap away at that, and then you can defeat him. But right
find
now,
a way to knock that mask off.
Yeah,
because you can hear that noise.
Oh, that would be sick. But right now it feels like the only person that could possibly beat him. Like there was when I saw there was going to be Phoenix versus Matanza. You just knew that Phoenix was not going to win, right? He's been built up to be so powerful that even it feels like Muertes. Maybe this is like the last resort, and if he can't do it, then literally what is going to happen? Because I just cannot. They're going to have to introduce some element to his character that brings him down a peg. Because right now he's just so strong.
Crashing down, it hurts inside. Huge pop. Place is going crazy.
Yeah.
He's wearing the Lucha shirt and tears that in the middle. Beats him
To
in
reveal
15
that he
seconds.
got another tattoo in his late 50s, early 60s. It's just fucking horrendous. Have you
What are we
Because we
talking
know
about?
he needs the money.
Max is a new wrestling fan. There's this guy called Hulk Hogan
Oh,
who wrestled
okay.
years ago.
Yes, I'm aware.
He got a fucking tattoo on his upper back that says
Immortal?
It's immortal, and
Yeah.
it's huge. And then
When did you
down
get
his
that?
forearm, within the last 5-6 years, and down his forearm it says, "I am what I am." Well, I don't think you want to be admitting to that these days, there, Nacho.
That's yeah, okay.
Nacho muchacho. Listen,
I know he needs the money right now. Right?
he needed the money. Oh,
Do you think? He's available. Hogan, right? Like you can bring him into season 3.
I'm
couldn't you?
almost done watching Lucha Underground, but if he comes in, I'm definitely done watching Lucha Underground.
You're almost done.
I'm overdosing on wrestling.
Yeah.
It comes and goes.
It's the only thing. I think the only thing that's making Lucha Underground like the expendable wrestling in my life is that I have to go out of my way to find it, and now it's like an appointment every week where I'm not just watching because I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to let's watch some wrestling. It's like, gotta watch this before I go discuss it.
And also, it's also like an appointment because we always check your prostate before every.
And I don't know how you guys get your tongues that far out of your mouth, but
Nasty.
what? Oh, sorry. I thought that we were allowed to do ass-eating jokes on the podcast.
This match is getting snug.
First star.
Well, we're gonna have We're away.
That's the sexy star. My asshole. I apologize to both our listeners.
We love you guys. I do want to mention quickly. Kelly gave us a shout out on his one of his podcasts, Tag Teams Back Again, where they list their 25 greatest wrestlers of all time. They go back and forth. Him and Marty Sleaze. It is epic. 4.5 hours long.
How does anybody listen?
So
to it?
just whatever. I've just been spreading it out, but I can tell you, an hour and a half in, it is super educational. You guys, I highly recommend it. And it's cool to hear these guys who have watched way more wrestling than we'll ever watch.
Yeah.
List. Oh, Kevin doesn't believe it. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know where that comes from.
You got a little thing in your beard.
More than
Kev.
we've ever watched. Is it cheese?
No,
I
no,
like
it's
cheese.
just-
I'm
it's the
telling you,
fluff.
when
This
you
is
watch
very
this,
distracting.
you'll see these guys have watched way more wrestling than we could possibly watch. I
That's
believe
fine.
it.
Wait, so you're
I
giving,
don't know how it... Anyway, okay, go ahead.
So what's it called? Why should
Tag Teams Back Again. It's on the Place to Be Nation. It was
There
good.
you go.
There's good people's there.
friend of the show, Kelly Nelson?
Yeah.
Guys,
Nels!
I'm what are we gonna do the next 2 weeks? I'm not here.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I should have brought my laptop to kind of. You could have given me a quick tutorial.
Well, you're gonna have to. Well, we'll figure it out.
Don't fret, guys.
Guys, we are actually. You know what? I thought this episode was gonna be 20 minutes long. We're at like 45 minutes.
Boom.
Pretty
Maybe
good.
we could do an international ep. Is that possible?
It's the time difference.
I
will be
don't care.
extreme.
Where are you going to be?
I'm in the UK.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm for the next 2 weeks. So, anyways,
UKG. This is a big UKG fan right here.
Yeah,
is
United
it?
Kingdom Gangsters. I don't know what the
Ugly
fuck is
Kid Joe.
UKG?
Ugly Kid Joe. You're a big Ugly Kid Joe guy.
Ugly Kid
Oh
Joe.
my god, I can't stand anything about you.
All right, guys. So that's about it for us. For old episodes, you can find them on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter.
Are you the guys on the beach who hate everything?
Anything else we want to plug here? Oh man, big show tonight for Kevin. Please say a prayer for him. He's going into the ring.
if you're hearing this now, I'm already dead. God, how fucking seriously though? People do love me, but how funny would it be if I died tonight and then I talked
I'd
about
said
it
that.
on the podcast? People, this will make the podcast big. If I die tonight and then people are like, oh man, he talked about dying on his last podcast, we should listen to that. It might be weird. And there'll be people from all over the planet listening, going,
Especially now that you've done this.
Oh, yeah.
You got to give a cryptic speech now, like the Warrior did the day before he died. Every comic,
every comedian feels the jokes flowing through their veins from the tip of their toes to the top of their nose, and no higher than that. The eyes are completely left out of joking, and I am finished.
All right, that's it for us.
I think I shit my pants.
See you next week.
Dude,
Bye, guys.
that is straight up whack.
The question is, will you join us?